Time for a look at the markets now, thanks to our partners Forsyth Barr. New data shows Kiwi businesses are optimistic about the year ahead, which is great. Half of respondents in Forsyth Barr's Pulse of New Zealand business survey are budgeting for higher profits, as many sectors report signs of recovery and growth. Matt Montgomerie is Senior Equity Analyst at Forsyth Barr, joins me at the desk. Matt, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So what are the key takeaways from the survey? It sounds like a good one.
Yeah, so what we're seeing is a clear step up across our respondents. So we surveyed respondents between mid-Jan and early Feb. We got just under 1,600 responses from businesses across a range of sectors and business size. And what we're seeing, like I mentioned, is a sort of move from stabilisation into clear recovery. So a net 50% of respondents are budgeting higher profitability. That was about 30% in our last two surveys. And then if we look at demand changes over the last 3 months, that stepped up to about a net 50% of respondents seeing an increase versus about low teens in our last two surveys.
Wow.
So quite a meaningful step up there. And then if we break it down at a sector level, we're sort of seeing a broadening of the recovery. So previously positivity was concentrated in a handful of sectors. We're now seeing that expand into the more cyclically exposed sectors, so freight, manufacturing, hospitality and tourism, construction, etc., all sort of seeing that signs of improvement come through.
Which is fantastic. What about, so you're talking here both about what they are seeing in their, in their books, but also what they're expecting to see.
Yeah,
Because there's kind of been that mismatch, isn't there?
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, we think it will get better, but also we've actually just done worse.
Yeah. So it's a focus on profitability for the next 12 months versus the prior 12 months, and then a change in demand observed over the last 3 months. And so clearly there's a base effect in that the prior period or the prior 12 months is coming from a lower base for those cyclically exposed sectors, but we are seeing that improvement.
Brilliant.
Or expected improvement flow through.
What about, Matt, what about the rural-urban divide? How's that? Is that showing up?
Yeah, so that's a question we commenced 6 months ago, so this is the second time we've asked the differences there, and we've actually seen a widening of the regional strength, which was a slight surprise. So for those businesses that observed a change in demand over the last 3 months, the regional strength had outnumbered the urban by a factor of 4 to 1 versus 3 to 1 last time. So we're seeing that strength actually widen regionally.
And what about, and it's all very well to say that your demand is up or that you think your profit will be up. What about investment decisions and investment intentions? Are the businesses going to go out and buy stuff, new equipment?
Yeah. So again, new question this time, first time we asked it, but we are seeing sort of a modest step up expected. It definitely doesn't feel like businesses are expecting a significant step up, but the largest proportion of respondents was in that sort of modestly higher investment intentions, and that covers both capital expenditure, systems, people, so quite a wide-ranging, broad question. Again, I guess consistent with that recovery theme that's coming through.
When can we say that the recovery is actually happening? Can we say that yet? Surely we can.
I feel like we're in that zone now. We've got reporting season starting today. The next couple of weeks we'll see corporates coming through. So hopefully we shift from this green shoots narrative into something more substantiated, and I think we are there.
Yeah, brilliant. All right, well, you've called it. You've called it with you, Matt. Thank you. Matt Montgomerie, Senior Equity Analyst at Forsyth Barr, with us live this morning. Thanks to our partners, Forsyth Barr.